fights. Like they remind me of a UFC fight. Like you can bet on McGregor, but there's still a chance McGregor gets knocked out.
Well, so I mean, I'll touch on that real quick now that we watched the fight.
That literally is relevant. I didn't watch it.
I didn't see it. I only saw the pictures after. I tried to find the video.
The thing that pisses me off about that fight and about like UFC and stuff like that. I mean, I don't watch a lot of UFC. Like, I'll tune into big fights.
I do because
like
my
that.
friends do.
Yeah, I have friends that do too, but I'll usually tune into big fights.
I have no idea what I'm watching. I just know punches of blood.
Yeah.
And someone wins at the end.
My thing that drives me crazy is if Conor McGregor was like minus 350 to win that fight, like as from like a gambling odds. So that's like he's heavily favored, right? Like,
yeah.
Like very heavily favored. Like almost like you don't want to bet on him because the risk reward of that bet
is pointless almost.
Yeah, So I had a part. I mean, so I'll get to that in a second. But
I like parlays.
McGregor was actually should have been the underdog. He was number 4 ranked in the world, and the guy that he fought, which is how crazy is. I don't even know his name, and I watched the damn fight.
David Poirier
was ranked number 2.
Dustin.
McGregor was
short for David.
McGregor was a lower ranked fighter than Dustin Poirier, and yet he came in at such a big favorite in gambling.
That's a very good point. Yeah, 100%. And because like Conor McGregor has like a couple losses. My buddy Cal is a huge Israel Adesanya fan. Dude's never lost a fight. He's lost kickboxing fights, but in the UFC he's never lost.
Yeah, I mean,
and people get pissed because he's like really confident, but he's all about like manifestation. Like the craziest thing about Adesanya, I'm gonna get really off topic. Craziest point about him is this dude posted a fucking Instagram picture in like 2013, and it's of a fucking UFC glove that he posted. It's like his first picture ever. 13 likes on it originally. This dude knew from like 7 years ago. He's like, I'm going to be in the UFC one day and kicking ass, and he's like 23-0 in the UFC. But like,
I'm still trying to fight Billy Football.
That's funny. That's funny. I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah. He's fighting.
But with Adesanya, he doesn't have the market hype that McGregor has, but he has the stats, he has the ranking. So like that's very good. I didn't even think about that, but that makes sense because McGregor really hasn't won lately, and even his fight against his last fight against Cowboy Cerrone, I still think like Cowboy Cerrone wasn't. I still don't think that was a good. He should have. I think Donald Cerrone should have obviously lost, but I think that fight was not a good like estimate of him coming back. It was way too quick. It happened. And like that's credit to McGregor. Yeah. Like he came with a game plan. That's like, you ever seen the Ben Askren flying knee?
Yeah.
And Ben Askren is now about to fight Jake Paul or Logan Paul in one of those fucking which is
Logan Paul's a boxer.
Yeah, and I don't hate the Pauls. I hate the youngest brother. Jake.
I don't know which one's which. I have no.
Logan's
Jake
older. Logan's gotten better. I've kind of given him a little. I'm a little biased because he's gotten into Pokemon card collecting, and he's gotten a little bit better. Did you see what
happened with that though?
Ooh. No.
So we talked about this.
Yeah,
see, I don't like either of the brothers. Yeah. But I respect their brand. Like
I don't respect the youngest one. I don't respect the youngest one at all.
But you have you understand what they're doing.
Yeah. 100%.
Everything they do is content based.
That's why I can't hate on Logan Paul that much.
Yeah, big thing came out about. So you know how he was buying those like $350,000 like.
He's buying mill. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he like the one that like
the fake.
Yeah.
So, it was so pretty much he was going through like a dude who was his guru, his card guru.
No, we talked about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you know about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we should. I guess we can say it if anybody doesn't listen to that one.
No. I mean, basic story. Yeah, that card guru got exposed for virtually being a fraud.
Didn't
he just
the boxes were just
but it wasn't his fault though.
Well, they say so
from what I read was just he bought an eBay bid, right?
To prove that it wasn't his fault, but like there's other cases of like scenarios where you can see him and
there's some sketchiness to it.
It's almost like he knows that like he's pointing out things that are supposed to be correct that are correct to avoid discussing like. And then there's an example of a YouTube video where they're like, "Oh, like we're buying this.
I know
we're not going to resell it. We want to open it."
Yeah.
And instantly he's like, "Boom!" So then he calls his buyer and he's
that
bitching
could just
at
be
his
a big
buyer.
collector thing though. Like a lot of collectors, they don't like to open stuff. Like
no,
they won't sell it to people.
But that
they
was
won't
like
sell it to people.
But no, but the people that were buying it wanted to open it on stream.
Yeah.
Like on their live like thing. And the second that they said that, he started to go into like panic like protection mode.
Yeah, but again, I'm saying that could still he had already sold it to them. He had already. Sold
I
them the cards,
mean,
right?
yeah, I
Yes.
don't know how that works.
Yes, but so from what you're saying is they already paid for it, and usually you have the option. I don't know how they were setting it up, but if I do it through like a breaker, I can pay them retail or whatever they. So pretty much, dudes like this guru that he involved, they'll buy big ass cases and then resell shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like I can go on Facebook right now, Big Breaks Hockey. I can hop in there and be like, yo, $250, whatever case you have of a hobby box, open it live for me. So what's cool about that is, what's sketchy though is because every break that I've entered in, because I've been getting into sports cards like I mentioned earlier, it's hockey or is the lowest because hockey's hockey. Basketball, football, and soccer are huge right now. Soccer is the biggest because there's not a lot of cards in print. Basketball and football just because the market.
Yeah, so big.
But when you get shit, like, it's all recorded. So, like, you know what you're paid for. People can obviously call out breakers because there's been instances where people hide cards and shit. And, like, so, like, they'll show the empty box and shit because people in the past will be like, you know, oh, this is the break, and then hide shit. So, the fact that he was doing weird shit like that and, like, being sketchy, like, it's a red flag because most breakers, the reason why those dudes probably got involved with him is they saw Jake, they saw Logan Paul, they saw, oh my god.
I think even Justin Bieber bought
he bought a $5,000 collection.
Yeah, like a couple big people did.
Justin Bieber was showing off his collection, and what's crazy is like market manipulation. It's not manipulation, but the second Justin Bieber went in on that,
probably went even
the
higher.
prices went for them, or it went fucking crazy. Which is
AMC.
Yo, AMC.
We're doing it.
Buy and sell AMC right now. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. Well, you probably wouldn't want to buy ants. No.
Yo, I literally can't read.
Neither can I. Welcome to the club.